Monterrey, Mexico is a city that's both very old and very new. The population of Monterrey today is in excess of 5 million people. And if we include the surrounding municipalities, the population is estimated to be in excess of 8 million people. Monterrey is also a very wealthy community in some respects. At the same time, Monterrey is a very poor city, as this neighborhood would demonstrate. When I came to Mexico, I fell in love immediately with San Andres Church because of where it was and because of the challenge it presented. This is a church that's been in this neighborhood for 11 or 12 years and in one of the poorest sections of Monterrey. The neighborhood has changed incredibly in the 5.5 years I've been here. When I came, the streets were not paved. Most of the houses were not connected to the sewer system. There was drainage in the middle of the street. Now, every house is connected to the sewer system. The streets are paved. We have natural gas. All the houses are connected to the Federal Commission of Electricity. And it's remarkable, the changes that have happened in such a short period of time. This is San Andres Church, the heart of our ministry here in this community. It started out as a one-room house, and the diocese bought this building 10, 11 years ago, and it, like most of the houses on the street, has been slowly constructed, walls knocked out, more space added. We now are at the max for the space we have, and to be quite honest, at some point in time we're going to have to think about a larger church, because there are some Sundays that there simply isn't room for everyone who wants to attend. Standing in front of the casita, which is the building for English classes. And we have classes every afternoon from Monday through Friday, from 1 in the afternoon until 8 o'clock at night. We have a full-time English teacher who is a young man who started learning English from radio broadcasts in the United States, listening to the radio broadcasts every night, and now speaks excellent English.
My name's Roberto Martinez, and I've been teaching English for 5 months. The children most of them are very bright, you know, and if they learn English, they're going to be able to get better jobs here in Monterrey, and you know, I think being bilingual it's a great advantage for them, and it's going to be a great advantage for those who are studying here.
Over here is the institute where we will soon have our workshops. We also have the computers. The work that's being done by the kids on the computers is done in this building. It's my hope and dream that someday we will expand to the point of being able to offer Spanish classes to English speakers, and they'll be able to stay in the house where I have the 4 bedrooms on the 2nd floor, study Spanish, and at the same time work in the English classes with our children and teenagers. I think it would be a wonderful marriage of their desire to learn Spanish and our kids' desire to learn English.
Hello, my name is Hilario, and I'm taking English classes here in San Andres Church. I'm in charge of the computers. I would like to be a professional programmer. The English speak English is helping to me about the computers, and I have learned a lot about computers and English, and I would like to speak English very well.
This is, or was, a carniceria, a butcher shop, a grocery store. And we bought it about 1.5 years ago and are presently converting it into the gymnasium I mentioned. Our great hope is that we can put a roof on the second floor, which will give us a room upstairs that's 7 by 15, that's meters, which would be roughly 22 feet by 45 feet. And put the roof on, and then on the roof, a terraza that is enclosed in wire so that we can use that as a, not regulation size, but certainly adequate tennis court, basketball court, volleyball court. We've recently revived our group of Ballet Folklorico and have approximately 10 of our young people involved in forming a dance troupe. The dance troupe serves two purposes, really. In the first place, it gives our kids a chance to increase their knowledge of, understanding of the various cultures of Mexico. And this troupe gives our kids the chance to make themselves familiar with various regions of their own country. We also hope that this group in the near future will be ready to represent San Andres Church in other churches of the diocese and perhaps even in churches in the United States. When something needs to be done at San Andres, I can almost always count on the women to do it. The women are the very bedrock of this church. And when visitors come, when there's a special project, they rally and they work very hard. The purpose of the store is to help us with our program and particularly the educational program. At the same time, we try to offer the folks basic commodities at as inexpensive a price as possible. And as a result, people are beginning to take advantage of the tienda, which we have, and it gives me a chance to chat with a lot of people on a daily basis. And I think the store is a very good way of winning more friends for the church. And again, demonstrating to the people that we have the interests of the community at heart. I've developed a very good relationship with a veterinarian who's one of the best veterinarians I've ever known. He is truly wonderful. And as we were talking about the needs of this community, he offered to come once a month and have a veterinary clinic here at the church, and it's been wonderfully received. People come with their dogs and cats and pets, and there is no veterinarian anywhere close to this area. And this is something that the community desperately needs. Well, for years we have had a scholarship program that has given our students, our kids, the help to stay in school for another year. Most of our recipients have been in the primary grades, secondary, or even high school. We now have a number of our students who are in college or who want to go to college, and yet the family's finances are such that it's very difficult. One young man, for example, Roy Angel, whom you've met, is only taking one course this semester because he simply couldn't get enough money together to pay for full-time status. I think I can find people who are willing to adopt a student and to pay that kind of money for 1 year, which will enable us to have in a very few years at least 8 or 10 college graduates in San Andres Church. And as we move forward with our educational program, as we emphasize our desire the whole church's desire to support kids who want to stay in school, I think within 10 or 15 years, it's possible that San Andres Church will have an incredibly well-educated lay membership. I think that will happen.
Nuestra canción cantamos caminos de oración que crucen en el cielo. Cantamos de noches donde nos encontraremos. Cantamos juntos aquí para siempre. Nuestra canción lo haremos con otros. Esta canción sobre